Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. So today we are mapping out the complete step-by-step journey to becoming a rehabilitation specialist. If you've been looking for a clear-cut pathway to a genuinely rewarding healthcare career, well, you're in the exact right place. Let's dive in.
Now, I want you to imagine this. Want a career where your daily job is, quite literally, giving people their lives back? I know that sounds like a massive claim, but it really isn't an exaggeration. Think about the profound impact you could make in healthcare. You aren't just treating a symptom here. You are fundamentally helping individuals regain their independence and adaptability after a major illness, an injury, or when they're navigating mental or physical disabilities. It is incredibly powerful stuff.
To get you there, here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. Is this career for you? 2. Your educational pathway. 3. Course fees and funding. 4. Where will you study? And 5. Career prospects and income. Don't worry, I'm going to guide you through every single hurdle and milestone on this journey. All right, Section 1. Is this career for you? Discovering your calling in healthcare.
The ultimate goal in this field is pretty profound. It's all about allowing the patient to return to normal daily life. And whether you end up focusing on physical therapy, occupational therapy, or speech therapy, you are essentially the bridge between a traumatic medical event and a patient's return to normalcy. It's a huge responsibility, but an amazing one.
But, bridging that gap, it takes a specific type of person. So take a quick moment and look inward. Do you genuinely like to help others? Are you comfortable communicating with people, especially when they might be feeling vulnerable? Do you pay close attention to the little details while you work? And finally, do you actually enjoy analyzing problems or complex situations? If these specific traits resonate with your own personality, you are already starting on very solid ground.
Okay, let's move on to Section 2, your educational pathway, the actual steps to your qualification.
This journey follows a highly structured, logical progression. Step 1 starts right in high school. You'll need to complete your 10+2 in the science stream, specifically focusing on physics, chemistry, and biology. Pretty standard for healthcare, right? From there, Step 2 is higher education. You can pursue a bachelor's degree, like a BSRC or BSSE in special education and rehabilitation. Or, if you prefer, you could opt for a diploma in rehabilitation therapy or vocational rehabilitation. And finally, Step 3 is an optional master's degree, an MRSC, if you really want to deepen your expertise in that exact same field. See? It all builds beautifully right from that strong high school science foundation.
Right. Let's talk about the practical side of things. Section 3. Course fees and funding. Financing your future.
So the approximate full course fee ranges from roughly 12,000 to about 2.4 lakh rupees. Now, obviously, that is a pretty wide range, and I want to be super clear here that these estimates will absolutely vary from institute to institute.
But hey, do not let the upper end of that number intimidate you. There are 2 fantastic avenues to fund your studies. First up, scholarships. You can look into the National Scholarship Portal for various central government, UGC, or AICTE schemes, or even seek out merit-based scholarships directly from the institutes themselves. Then, you've got loans. The VigilAuxMe portal is guided by the Ministry of Finance and Education, and it's set up specifically for students seeking education loans. Plus, there are state-specific student credit cards with low interest rates available in states like West Bengal, Odisha, and Bihar. So the main takeaway here? No matter your financial background, there are structured pathways to make this career a reality.
Moving right along to Section 4, where will you study? Choosing your launch pad.
We've categorized a few prestigious examples of where you can study across India to actually transform this educational dream into reality. You've got government institutes like Osmani University in Hyderabad, or the National Institute for Empowerment of Persons with Multiple Disabilities down in Tamil Nadu. Then there are private institutes like the Indian Spinal Injuries Center in New Delhi. A crucial note here, guys. Always make sure to check UGC and RCI accreditation before applying to any private institute. Oh, and finally, if you need a bit more flexibility, there's a distance learning option through IGNO.
And now for the really exciting part. Section 5, career prospects and income, the real-world reward.
Let's paint a realistic picture of where you'll actually be working once you graduate. As a rehabilitation specialist, you aren't boxed into just one setting. You could work in residential care facilities, outpatient centers, nursing homes, children's hospitals, or group homes. You even have the option of taking the entrepreneurial route and setting up your own private practice. But I do want to keep it real with you. The schedule can be quite demanding.
If you're working in a hospital setting, you're looking at shift systems, typically working 6 to 7 days a week for 8 to 9 hours a day. It is demanding, absolutely, but man, is it deeply rewarding.
Your career isn't static either. You will organically grow over time from an intern specialist, gaining all that vital hands-on experience before moving into the core rehabilitation specialist role. And eventually, you can advance to become a senior specialist, taking on much more leadership and complex responsibilities.
So, what does this all mean for your bank account? Well, let's look at the baseline. The expected approximate monthly salary range for a specialist in India sits between 28,590 and 44,000 rupees. Keep in mind, this is an indicative range and definitely subject to change, but it gives you a highly realistic baseline of what to expect as you establish yourself in the workforce.
To kind of ground all this abstract data in reality, let's look at a real-world example from the field. Dr. Anjali Gupta. She's a physiotherapy and rehabilitation consultant based out of Pune. She successfully completed her BPT and MPT degrees and currently works at Manipal Hospital. Over the past 7 years, Dr. Gupta has gained incredible, proficient knowledge and skills as a physiodoctor. Her journey beautifully illustrates that this pathway leads to a stable, highly impactful, and thriving career.
Which brings us to the most important question of the day. Are you ready to take the first step toward becoming a rehabilitation specialist? We've walked through the traits you need, the educational path, the funding, the schools, and of course, the rewards waiting at the end. The roadmap is literally in your hands. Now it's totally up to you to take that step. Keep learning, keep pushing forward, and I will catch you in the next explainer.